everyone, it's Miss Robinson, your third grade math teacher for the year. And last week we were going over area. And what area is when we have a figure in third grade. It's usually a rectangle or something composed by rectangles. And we find how much space it takes up, all the middle space. We're going to switch over to something called perimeter. And what perimeter is the space around, it's not even the space, it's the amount around a figure, however long it is, okay? So let's look at our objective. I can determine the perimeter of a polygon by using graph paper and addition. So we're going to find the perimeter of different shapes. Polygons, remember, those are any shapes with straight lines and not curved lines. So a circle is not a polygon. So we're going to use the information given to us today and what we've learned from area to learn how to find the perimeter. So let's go try that. So last week we went over area, right? And area is something we'd already kind of gone over with multiplication. And just to review, area is the height, how tall it is, times the length, how long it is. Some people call it the width, but in third grade we're so used to calling it length and knowing how long something is that it seems like it works a little bit better. So this was multiplication. Now we're going to learn about something else called perimeter, which we talked about in our objective today. So perimeter is the distance around the outside of a figure. So we have perimeter right here. I'm going to write that down, and we're going to kind of see what that means. So the P, or the perimeter, equals the distance around the outside of a figure or a shape. And that's all figure is a shape. So it's the distance around the outside. In order to find this, so let's just look at this first. Let's look at an example of this. So let's say we have a rectangle, right? And I'll say the rectangle is broken up like this. If we were looking for the area, we'd multiply 1, 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4 to get a total, our area. But perimeter is different. Perimeter, we need to add up the sides. It's the sum of the sides. And sum means we're adding, right? Sum of all these sides. So what this would look like is, I say I have 1, 2, right? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this should also be 4. So I'm going to add 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4. I know 4 plus 2 is 6. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And I have 6 plus 6. It's 12. So the perimeter is 12. Now I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now let's do some practice problems with some graph paper for this. Let's zoom in on this first one. So one thing you can do, like we just saw, is we could just count all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I see it looks like the perimeter might be 18. But I'm going to try by using my addition that we talked about earlier. So I know this is 1, 2, 3. So that means this side has to be 3 because with rectangles, both sides, the opposite sides have to be the same length. And this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means this side needs to be 6. So I'm going to add 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. Well, 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 3 plus 6 is 9. And 9 plus 9 is 18. So the perimeter is 18. Our answers match. For this next one, I'll get you guys started, but I'm going to give you guys a chance to try and solve it. I'm going to count both sides, this side and then this side, and then I'm going to let you guys have a chance to add them together. So let's see. This side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means this side has 7. And this side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means this side has 6. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and find the perimeter of this rectangle. I'll give you guys 1 minute. About 30 more seconds. Okay, so what you should have done is added. So you could do it 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 7 or 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6. And I think I'm going to do it that way because it's like doubling the numbers. 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6. Because I know I'm putting grouping symbols around what I'm going to add together. I know 6 plus 6 is 12 and 7 plus 7 is 14. And I could just line my numbers up. 14 plus 12. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's 26 is my perimeter. Remember, our perimeter is just going around this way. All right, we're going to do, before we move on to it without grids, we will do that. We're going to just try a little activity real quick. So something I like to do with my class, and so is this, and it might be a fun activity for you to do at home too, and maybe you'll do it with your teacher as well. This grid paper is I like to have them make like their first letter of their name, but you have to fill it in the grids, and my name is kind of difficult, so we're just going to do the letter J. I'm going to trace J. Okay, I need it to be a whole square so I won't be able to count it. I have the letter J. And of course at home, when you do this activity, I would color it in, right? Color it in. I'm not going to color it in here because I don't really have time for it. I might just show you like if I was highlighting it. Color it in all the way. And then we could find the perimeter of this. And find the perimeter, and really you could go through and find the area by breaking it apart. So I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's how many spaces there are? 7, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you just add those numbers together to find the perimeter of this J. I'll use a different color so we can see the difference. We have, so when I'm doing this, I'll write a P first at the beginning to equal whatever we add together. And I'm going to cross them off as I go. 2 plus, I'm going to go and find the 2's first. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 and 1 I can say is 2. Plus 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus, I'm going to go in here a little bit, 3 plus 6. And so I can do this a couple different ways. Let me zoom into my actual equation. I can put all these 2's together, right? I can skip count by 2's. Add 7 and 8, 5 and 3, and then 6 at the end. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 plus 7 plus 8 equals 15 plus 5 plus 3 equals 8 plus that 6 on the end. Now I'm going to add these two and these two. Well, 10 plus 15 would be a 5 here, and a 2 here would be 25. 6 plus 8 is 14. Then we have 25 plus 14 4 plus 5 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. 39. So the perimeter of this J is 39. All right, we're going to do some more practice problems. So this time we're going to take the grids away and just give you guys the numbers. So here's our first one. It's kind of similar to what we just did, but this time we don't have the grids. We can't go around and just count them. And so now I'm going to, lately, the past few times, I have written the number and then just put it either found all the twos or put the numbers next to each other. This time I'm going to kind of see what will make the easiest sense when I'm adding. So I'll put them in the equation. The perimeter of this figure equals, and I would make sure that I'm not missing anything. Nope, all my all the sides of my figure have a number. 2 plus 3 plus 8 plus 5 plus 10 plus 8. All right. So now I'm going to start combining some things together. I know 2 plus 3 will be an easy one to add together because that will be 5. I'm going to add 5 and 10 together because that's skip counting by 5, right? 10 plus 5 will be 15. And then I'll add 8 and 8 together. So that's just doubling it, 16. There's a couple different ways I could go about this, but I'm going to add 5 to 15. So I'll add the 16 at the end. And 5 plus 15 is 20. 20 plus 16, I need to line my numbers up. 0 plus 6 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the perimeter of my figure is 36. I'm going to leave this here for just about 20 seconds for you guys to look at. They're not always going to be these easy of numbers. All right, the next one I'm going to let you guys try first. So I want you to find the perimeter of this figure. I see 6, 9, 7, 4, and 4. I'm going to give you guys a minute and a half to solve this problem. A minute and a half. That's plenty of time. I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds. I know it's been a little bit more than that time, but 30 more seconds should be good. Okay. So I'm going to say perimeter equals 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4. And this time, I like the way it's written. I'm going to add 6 plus 9 is going to be 15. That's easy to work with. Plus 7 plus 4 is 8. Oh, I just made this problem really easy without even realizing it. So then I'm going to leave 15, and I'm going to add 7 plus 8 is 15. So now I have 15 plus 15. Well, some of us already know what that is, especially if we think back to when we did time. But 5 plus 5 is 10. I need to regroup that 10 up here. I have 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, so it's 30. The perimeter is 30. Give you guys about 30 more seconds to look at this page, this whole page. If there's anything that you missed or might need. Okay, now we're going to try a word problem. Let's zoom in so we can see this problem. There we go. Sarah drew a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 32 centimeters. The height of the rectangle is 10 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? So what we're looking for the perimeter. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? And I'm just going to make myself an answer statement for this, even though I know all we've been doing is perimeter problems. But for the sense of when I see a problem like this, it may be other types of problems too. I'll say the perimeter. I'm sorry, guys, let me rewrite this. The perimeter I'm sorry about that, guys. The perimeter of the rectangle is blank centimeters. All right. So another thing we can do to help us tell the difference between perimeter and area, even though we've gone over area a lot in multiplication, it's still good to remember if you can see this word rim in perimeter, and remember rim means to go around something. So hopefully that will help you. Or you could just do a little plus sign to know that's perimeter. So it says Sarah drew a rectangle, so we're going to have a rectangle. The length, I'll write L equals 32 centimeters. The height, I'll do H, is 10 centimeters. We're looking for the perimeter. So I'm going to draw this rectangle. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to try and get an idea. I know that the height is a lot shorter than how long it is. It's 10 centimeters tall and 32 centimeters long. Okay. I'm going to let you guys finish this problem. I'm going to give you 1 minute to add these sides together to get the perimeter. 1 minute. About 30 more seconds. About 30 more seconds. Okay, so we're going to add them together. I know that 10 plus 10 is 20, right? That's just skip counting. So I have 20 plus one of the 32s. These numbers are bigger, so I'm just going to make sure I line them up and add them this way. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So I have 52. Now I'm going to add 52 plus this last 32 to get my perimeter. 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 plus 3 is 8. So the perimeter around this rectangle is 84 centimeters. Now let's see if that makes sense. I say perimeter 84. Well, if this is about 30 and 30, which would be about 60, plus 10 and 10, would be about 80, plus the last little bit. Yeah, 84 makes sense. That makes sense. So the perimeter of the rectangle is 84 centimeters. Thanks, guys. You did a great job. Okay, so today we learned about how to find perimeter by adding all the sides together of a figure or a polygon. And then we also learned that we could count the spaces if we have graph paper, but it's better if we add them together. So let's look at our objective to see if we hit what we are supposed to do today. I can determine the perimeter of a polygon by using graph paper and addition. We did begin with using graph paper to help us. We learned how to find perimeter, and we used addition as well. So I think we hit our goal today. Good job, guys. I'll see y'all next week, and we're going to move on to something a little bit different. Bye.